It's been a rough 4 weeks for gold and silver, red everywhere. If you're interested in determining if you should be buying this dip or if you should remain on the sideline or what's next for gold and silver, you have the right video. So stick around because with such volatility in the gold and silver markets, we as investors must do two things. One, check our emotions, and two, check the fundamentals and technicals. Wow, the way some of you have been stressing and popping tums around here, I'm thinking about buying some stocks and asset companies. I mean, okay, this is serious. I know I'm not supposed to be making a laugh at situation, but boy, oh boy, have y'all seen the thumbnails, videos, and comments on YouTube over the last few days? I mean, we might need to do some health and safety checks on some people on this platform. Don't worry, I created Stackers University for moments just like these. So give me 10 minutes and I promise you'll feel better. Okay, in moments like these, it's good to pause and do like a systems check and kind of sort of see if anything has changed or broken that serves to make us think that our thesis or our beliefs around this bull market have changed. So let's do a system check and see where it puts us. Let's start with Rick Rule's rules I shared in a previous video. He shared that when these four conditions are met, he will consider selling his gold. 1, QE or quantitative easing. Now, governments are still counterfeiting and overprinting currency. Debts and deficits. No, we still have those, okay? A return to real interest rates, not negative. No, still have that too. Precious metal ownership returns to the historic average of 1.5% of the population. No. Okay, so none of Rick Rule's conditions have been met. Let's keep doing the quote-unquote system check. 5, geopolitical concerns have subsided. Inflation rates have not declined. Nope. The Fed fund rate is only 0.75%, folks. Not 4, not 6, not 8, not 14. Only 0.75%. And they are only flirting with raising it 50 basis points at a time. The stock market is still coming off of a bull market run that started back in 2009 and continued to late last year, which has resulted in one of the largest stock bubble that we've ever seen, okay? Gold is the only major asset class that has had a positive year thus far. Yeah, it's only slightly. And yeah, it's a long way from 2000 where it once was. However, let's look at some of the other market assets. The S&P is down 18%, NASDAQ 100 down 28%, high yield corporate debt is down 13%, muni bonds 10%, TLT ETF is down 20%. In a nutshell, none of the fundamentals have changed. Come on, folks, say it with me. None of the fundamentals have changed. So why is gold and silver being dragged down while the bottom is falling out of stocks? Well, one, who cares? This is where we as investors must have tough skin and emotional stability to not react, overreact, or even care on some levels. Ask yourself this, other than current price, has anything that is fundamental to our thesis about metals and this bull market changed? No. Which leads me to point 2. What we are seeing is the equivalent of a toddler throwing a temper tantrum because you took the car keys away from them. Well, the kid shouldn't have been playing with the keys in the first place. And the stock market should have never gotten this overheated. So instead of moving on to something else, the kid has decided to throw a tantrum, wreck the playroom, and ruin everyone else's afternoon. The stock market is essentially saying, well, if I go down, I'm taking everyone with me. I want you to think back over the videos I've done over the last 2 or 3 weeks. I've said several times in videos and comments that I fully expected prices to retreat definitely to the 1880 range and likely all the way down to 1820 and hopefully no lower than the 1780-ish range. I also recently told you that the smart money was sitting on the sidelines holding a ton of cash. Why? Because they knew this was going to happen. I did a video where I shared that I bought at 1900 because it was a dip and it looked like the price decline was decelerating. So I bought a little and then the decline continued. Oops, I was wrong. Gold couldn't hold that 1900 psychological barrier or the 1880 technical. Okay, so I've been sitting on the sidelines because of all the crazy volatility. I've been waiting for things to clear up. I've wanted to buy at 1850. I wanted to buy at 1830. So what's kept me on the sidelines? 4 major things. And I want you to consider these. One, smart money has not moved. It's still on the sidelines. And I believe smart money is either smarter than me or knows something that I don't know as an outsider. Two, gold is below all of its moving averages. Take a look at this chart. And I need to warn you, it's ugly, folks. Three, the trend is your friend until the end. And right now, me and the trend, well, we just ain't getting along. So it's best that we keep our distance at the moment. Four, save the dollar, save the world. Remember the show Heroes on ABC? Remember that little slogan they had with save the cheerleader, save the world? Yeah, well, apparently Powell, he got a different memo. And that memo said, save the dollar, screw the rest of the world. And it's become clearer and clearer that the Fed is the least bit interested in us as citizens, what's best for our country or our economy, and is far more interested in saving the dollar so that we can continue to weaponize it against the rest of the world. We'll have to say that for a whole different video. If you find value in this video, please hit the subscribe button because Stackers is here to help you get the most medals for your dollar, and I don't want you to miss a single video. Plus, it helps the channel grow and help more people. Also, give yourself and give me a thumbs up for taking the next step towards greater wealth by clicking the thumbs up button and checking out the new animation that comes with it. So you all know that I talk a lot about emotions and the psychology of investing around here. So in hopes of keeping this video short, I wanted to do a part 2 where we will look at like the psychology / the anatomy of a bubble market and the 4 phases of a market. In that video, we're really going to dig in to what's going on technically, and I really think that's going to help you feel a lot better and firm up everyone's resolve that may have been shaken a little loose over the last month or so. So look for that on Sunday. Now that I've given you some very intellectual responses to what are some very emotional things going on inside of us and around us, what are my takeaways and how am I approaching things? Well, 1, gold and silver will behave differently. Dang, did I just plug another video? I'm better than that. No, I'm not. All right, anyway, we need to remember that while gold and silver tend to move together, we have seen that the change in the correlation coefficient has decreased over the last year or so, which means I believe that they're going to react very differently. I could see silver being a larger percentage move off the bottom, but that won't be even close to the significant change we're going to see in gold and the dollar amount when that market finally turns around. But hey, silver's definitely going to have its day, but silver will be lifted by gold's activity. 2, slip and slide time, folks. Today, Friday the 13th, if gold can't hold this 1820-ish level and make a significant or strong move towards 1850 and hold it within the next 5 trading days or so, I think it's going to get really ugly. If the stock temper tantrum continues, prices will continue to decline, and this is a big and if the president's plunge protection team doesn't come in and prop stocks back up, they may drag silver and gold down with it even further. I don't believe the pain is over in the stock market yet. We really haven't seen capitulation, We've seen some pain, but we haven't seen blood in the streets yet. And I gotta tell you, when you have one of the largest stock bubbles in the world, I just don't know if it's just gonna gently, quietly deflate itself. It feels like it needs to be dramatic, explosive, and eye-catching. So 3, gold and silver are really at this crossroads and need to declare which way they are going. And 4, the volatility is way too high right now. So this is why I've been sitting on the sideline. So I'm a big believer in buying the dip, but not all dips are created equal. As I shared in my last video, when a knife falls in the kitchen, you do not try to catch it. You let it fall, bounce on the floor, and then pick it up. I'm no Nostradamus, and you know I don't like predictions, but if gold can't hold at these levels, look out below. And I hate to say this out loud, but I'm expecting gold to hit 1750 or below, which would truly be the buying opportunity of a decade. I also believe that's where smart money will come in, and the price will shoot off of those levels. I hate to do this, but let me tell you, I'm going to put on my tinfoil hat on for a moment. We know the markets are manipulated, and definitely not in our favor. So if I'm a manipulator, what's my ideal situation? Well, while stocks or leaning over the rail, puking like a drunk college student on spring break, I would want to try and break the back of gold holders by driving the price down and hopefully causing capitulation so that I could swoop in and pick it up at low prices and run away with the pieces. To me, that seems like around 1750, all the way down to maybe even the high 1600s. I hope I'm wrong, but as I tried to share during this video, I've tried to present the facts to you, the data and the psychology of markets in hopes of helping you and us better understand and be smarter investors. So no matter what, we're going to need to buckle up, buttercups, because they are going to make sure this is an interesting ride. Keep stacking cautiously, but make sure you're also stacking some extra cash. This just may be the time where you need to tighten your belt, pinch those pennies, so you can have enough dry powder that you won't have any regrets when you look back. With that, share in the comments, where do you think gold and silver will go from here? After this last month, are you fine or are you F.I.N.E? Feeling a little insecure, nervous, and emotional? And what did you like most or least about this video? Quick comment shout out. Got two folks for different reasons this time. Adam Ferguson, thanks for the information. I have a spreadsheet. It becomes a bit of a Frankenstein monster with calculations, but I try to keep it all of its trends and information close. I love this comment because I keep saying to people, the members of Stackers University, we're just built different. We're just a cut above, we're just smarter stackers, and I love it. And then DDD Dandruff is what I'm gonna call you, said I want that sticker. And DDD Dandruff's comment leads me to the next topic of me wanting to say thank you, folks. I am just overwhelmed by the amount of love and support we've received for Stackers University, and it's just been amazing. I can't believe that in 66 days from the first video, we reached 1,000 subscribers, 4,300 hours of view time. I just appreciate you all. I appreciate you all being here for me and being supportive, encouraging me. This is really a community accomplishment, so thank you very much. With that, DDD Dandruff said, I want that sticker, and this is the sticker. And so, folks, if you are interested and comfortable sharing a PO box or whatever, send me an email, and I will throw a few stickers in a envelope for you. And you'll also get a cute little welcome to Stackers University admissions letter. And if I get some of my little giveaways in time, we'll throw whatever else we can throw in there. So please, if you're interested, just shoot me an email. And thank you all again. I'm just overwhelmed and humbled. Appreciate you all. Don't forget, we still have that special available for the gold at spot price. A number of you reached out to me and said, hey, I just can't quite do a full ounce right now. I've reached out to Joshua and said, hey, can we do a 10-ounce bar at spot or something along those lines? So I'm waiting to hear back. If we can do that, I'll pass it on to y'all. Again, I don't have any dog in this race. I don't have any skin in this race, other than I'd love for our community to be the kind of place where we can pass these kind of deals and specials along to y'all, because it's awesome. Thank you for seeing this video all the way through. You are my A students. I hope you've received tremendous value from this video. If you did, go ahead and drop a comment of I did, or comment in response to the other questions. Always stack smarter, never stop learning, and don't be over emotional.